Hi YouTube, it's Naya, and I wanted to come and show you guys some of the new NYX products that can be found in your local Ulta. Now, you know the drugstores have been on fire. They have been putting out loads and loads of different new drugstore products. And I kind of consider NYX a drugstore product mainly because it is very cost effective. It is not going to break your bank, and they do have a lot of amazing products. And I understand that NYX may or may not have products sometimes that work for everyone, but I think the vast majority of us can go to NYX and find some really good products for a very affordable price. So if you guys would like to see any of these new items, then please stay tuned. Alright, the very first thing that I want to show you guys is NYX has brought out 3 new face cream, highlight, and contour palettes. They have a light, a medium, and a deep. And I picked up 2. I picked up the medium and the deep. So here is the medium and here is the deep. And like I said, these are cream products. Each palette contains 1.15 ounces or 4.4 grams of product, and you get a pretty decent amount of product in each palette. On the back you get this little diagram that shows you guys how to highlight and contour. And by now, highlight, contour, those are terms that you guys have heard over and over again, and I really think that most people have the gist of how it's done. So let me quickly show you what they look like. So here is the medium. So you have your contour shade, you have your highlighting shade, and then you have your under eye brightening shade. And as you guys can see, this shade right here would be extremely too light for me to use under eye, so I'm gonna play with it for other reasons, but I will give you guys swatches of all 3. Right here, this highlight shade is a really pretty champagne shade, and I noticed that it has very small specks of glitter, so you want to be very careful when utilizing it. So let me give you a swatch of each one of those. So here are all 3 shades. So you have your contour shade, your highlighting shade, and then you have your under eye brightening shade. And here they are swatched out on my hand. So here are all 3. And they're very soft and creamy to the touch. They do blend down really nicely. They're not overly stiff. And so I think, you know, if NYX can definitely nail this under eye brightening shade for us, we might be in business. So that is the medium palette blended down. Next up is the deep palette. And here is the deep palette. And as you guys can see, I have been poking around in here. And I will give you swatches of that one. Now the middle highlight shade in the deep palette is a nice soft peachy shade. And so here are those 3. So your contours here. Here is your highlight. And here is your under eye brightening shade. Now I am an NC50 and MAC, and I can wear NW43. This shade right here definitely will not brighten my under eye. This shade will actually work really well as a concealer. Like, I can spot conceal, but it won't do much brightening because it's going to blend right into my skin tone. So like I said, if NYX can come up with a under eye shade that will work, we would definitely be in business. So here is the deep palette. And I love this contour shade. I love the highlighting shade. I just wish that this was a little lighter to definitely brighten the under eye instead of just concealing slight dark circles and things of that nature. So I'm going to blend that one out for you. And so there it is, blended out on my arm. but I will play with them, and then I will come back and let you guys know how well they held up, whether or not, you know, they stayed in place after setting them with some powder, because they are cream products, so you definitely want to make sure that you set them. Otherwise, with the cream product, your oils will break through and that cream will start to break down and move around, and we don't want that, because then that's not going to be cute. All right. The next thing from NYX that I picked up one of the NYX Soft Focus Primers, and it comes in a package like this. And according to NYX, they say no need for filters with the NYX Soft Focus Primer that is infused with skin conditioning ingredients, vitamin E and argan oil. It gives a velvety skin perfecting finish that will minimize imperfections and create a smooth canvas for your makeup. Now, hopefully, NYX, you will live up to that. Here is a little before and after picture. And in the before picture, you can kind of see this young lady's pores. And after the focus, soft focus, it kind of blurred those imperfections out. This reminds me a lot of the one by Stila. And Mally has a product pretty much just like this. So it comes in a package like this. And when you open it up, you have a mirror in here. And then in the bottom, you have a little powder puff for application purposes. And then here is the Soft Focus product. And it is very silky to the touch. I'm going to try to come in so you guys can see what it looks like on my finger. When you blend this down, it kind of blends down into nothing, and it leaves your skin kind of very soft and supple. So hopefully this will work out really well. But like I said, I haven't played with it yet. I'm just here showing you guys these products. So I will try this out and come back and let you guys know my opinion and thoughts on it. All right. Next thing that I want to get into is NYX really went ham when it came to their lip products. They brought out new shades of their matte lipsticks, new shades of their butter glosses, new shades of the intense butter glosses, new shades of the soft matte lip creams, and then they have these beautiful new NYX Ombre lip duos that come in a package like this. So let's get started with some of these lip products. So I picked up 5 of the shades of the matte lipsticks, and I think there's maybe like 9 or 10 different shades, but these were the only ones that I could get. And they come in a package like this. So this very first one is called Bear With Me. And Bear With Me is this really pretty peachy shade, and it looks like this. And here it is swatched out on my hand. This next one that I got is called Up the Base. And Up the Base, I have really been loving this one. And here is Up the Base. As you guys can see, I have been giving this one the business. It is such a really pretty kind of muted purple. It's really gorgeous. So there is Up the Base. This next one is called Ultra Dare. And here is Ultra Dare. And Ultra Dare is like this gray with a blue undertone. And here it is swatched out on my hand. This next one is called Zen Orchard. And here is Zen Orchard. And there it is swatched out on my hand. And this very last one is called Haze. And Haze looks like this. And Haze is like a taupey gray. It is so different. I've never seen a shade like this. I don't own anything like this in my collection. So I decided to pick it up. So that is Haze. So those were the matte lipsticks that I picked up. Then I picked up 2 of the NYX Full Throttle lipsticks. And they come in a package like this. They have the little clear viewing window. And this very first one is called Trickster. And Trickster looks like this. I like the way that the shape of the lipstick, it's kind of chiseled all the way around. So there is Trickster. And here it is swatched out on my hand. This next one that I have is called Kiss the Dust. And Kiss the Dust is a really pretty nude shade. And it looks like this. Kind of peachy nude. And here it is swatched out on my hand. So those were the only full throttles that I picked up. Next up, I picked up 5 of the Intense Butter Glosses. And this very first one that I picked up, this one is called Rocky Road. And Rocky Road looks like this. And you know, these chocolatey browns are definitely the in thing for this fall. So here is a swatch of Rocky Road. This next one is called Apple Dumpling. And here is Apple Dumpling. And here it is swatched out on my hand. This next one is called Cherry Custard. And here is Cherry Custard. And here it is swatched out on my hand. This next one is called, let's make sure I get the right things. Alright, this next one is called Blueberry Tart. And here is Blueberry Tart. And if you like the vampy shade, then you definitely will like Blueberry Tart. And the last Intense Butter Gloss that I have, this one I had to go to 3 Ultas to find. And this one is called Cinnamon Roll. And it looks like this. And here is a swatch of Cinnamon Roll. So those were all the Intense Butter Glosses that I picked up. And then last but not least, on the actual lip products that I picked up 6 of the new soft matte lip creams. And I'm wiping my hand off right quick so we can get those swatched. So let's start with the one that I have on my lips. This one is called Rome. And Rome is such a gorgeous, gorgeous shade. I actually had to order this one online because it was definitely sold out in my store. But here is a swatch of Rome. This next one is called Prague. And here is Prague swatched on my hand. This next one is called Havana. And Havana, I don't know if it's coming on the screen as a purple, but it's definitely a rich purple. Kind of a bluish purple almost. So there is Havana. This next one is called Dubai. And here is a swatch of Dubai. This next one is called Seoul, as in like Seoul, Korea, for all my military folks out there. And here is Seoul, swatched on my hand. And the very last soft matte lip cream that I have, this one is in Vancouver. And here is a Vancouver. And here it is swatched on my hand. So those are all the new, or at least some of the new soft matte lip creams. And the last products from NYX that I picked up a couple of these ombre lip duos. And so I'm going to run through all of those that I have. This very first one is called Rags to Riches. So basically with these lip duos, you have like a lip product on one end and then you have like a lip liner on the other. So this one is called Rags to Riches. And I'm going to give you swatches of these. And they are retractable. So that's a great thing. And I'm just breaking mine big time. So here is Rags and Riches. This next one is called Ginger and Nutmeg. And here is a swatch of Ginger and Nutmeg. This next one is called, what is this one? This one is called Freckles and Speckles. Cute names, very cute. So here is Freckles and Speckles. I have two more. This next one is called Poppy and Lily. And just for argumentative sake, let me show you. Here is the box for Poppies and Lilies. And so here is a picture of like the ombre lip you can create. So here is Poppies. So here is Poppies and Lily. And this very last one is called Hollywood and Wine. And Hollywood and Wine looks like this. Has like this vibrant magenta pink on one side. And kind of like a wine color liner on the other. So here is Hollywood and Wine. So those are all the NYX products that I picked up. Definitely head on over to your local Ulta or to the NYX website. Grab yourself a few. Whatever you pick up, come back, let me know what you think about it. And if you guys decide to try the cream contour kit, definitely come back and leave me a comment down below and let me know your opinions and thoughts on it. If you guys have any questions or any concerns, leave me a comment down below and I'll definitely come back and answer that for you. Love you guys. Have a great evening. Bye.